What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NFL DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday Night Football, Jags and Bengals. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman, only place you're going to get updates to my sim results as we get closer to lock. Let me know in the comment section who is your favorite and least favorite of my contenders. And finally, shout out to No House Advantage for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up. Get a little bit of extra cash on that first deposit. Now, we round out the bottom of my top 10 with Evan McPherson, DJ Chark, Marvin Jones, Laviska Shenault, and Trevor Lawrence. I don't know how often we're going to get quarterbacks outside the top 5, yet here we are. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It is time to find out. First up at number 5, we're going to James Robinson. He is $12K, projected for 13 fantasy points. They are 7.5 point underdogs with a 46-point game total. They are the number 31 ranked offense going up against the Bengals' 21st ranked defense, all via PFF. 5.5% chance to go over 25 fantasy points. A 7% likelihood that James Robinson is your optimal MVP. Tack on another 39% at the flex. That gets you James Robinson in an optimal lineup 46% of the time. Good enough to get him 5th and good enough to get him to the number 1 spot of all Jaguars. At number 4, we've got Jamar Chase, 12,500, projected for 14 fantasy points. In line for a really nice role. They're favorites. I expect them to throw. It's going to go well, I would guess. This is the number 30 ranked defense via PFF. Bengals are middle of the pack in terms of offense. Chase should get some extra looks. No T. Higgins, and honestly, he's been incredible through the first 3 weeks. 11% chance to go over 25 fantasy points. Another 11% chance to be the optimal MVP, plus another 38 at the flex. That gets Chase into the optimal 50% of the time. He is a true coin flip for today's slate. He's number 1 on DraftKings. He's number 3 on FanDuel. That's 14K. Joe Mixon, projected for 18 fantasy points. Really, really nice matchup against the Jags, and I think he's going to be able to run all over them. 21% chance he's going over 25 fantasy points. A 23% chance he's the optimal MVP. If he gets in the end zone 2 times, I think that's going to be happening. Plus another 40 at the flex. That gets him to 62%. Very, very close to being our number 2 guy, but just not enough to get over the hump. Either way, of these top 3 guys, you're going to need at least 2 in pretty much every lineup you put together. If you're believing more in the passing game than the run game, then Tyler Boyd is your guy. He's only 10K, projected for 13 fantasy points. Gets the benefit of no T. Higgins. 10% of the time he's going for over 25 fantasy points. Another 10% for MVP, plus 53% at the flex. He is super easy to use in the flex spot because of this price. He's priced as if Higgins is playing. He should be probably a little bit more expensive, or at least in this role with no Higgins, he should probably be 11K, not showing up as frequently. But because he's only 10K, he fits in basically every single build you try to make for today. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Head to Twitter, follow me at Josh Engleman, only place you get my updates for these sim results as we get closer to lock. In the comment section, who are your favorite guys, your least favorite, your most favorite? Anybody that I'm missing on this list? I'd like to know that. And finally, once again, hi, No House Advantage. Thank you very much for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up at No House Advantage to get a little bit of extra money. I couldn't say the word money. It was really difficult. No doubt about it here. Number 1, Joe Burrow, 15K. Almost 20 fantasy point projection in as good of a matchup as you're going to find on the season. This should make him feel pretty good. You don't have to worry too much about the Jags. 24% chance to have 25 or more fantasy points. Another 28% likelihood of being the optimal MVP. Tack on 42% more at the flex, and you get my number 1 contender. 70% of the time, Joe Burrow is in an optimal lineup. And if Joe Burrow is not in an optimal lineup, I can't imagine how this game played out. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NFL DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday Night Football, Jags and Bengals. DraftKings version of this video is around here somewhere. I will be back a little bit later with some updates. Good luck tonight, everybody. Enjoy yourself. I'll be back again tomorrow morning for my week 4 edition of my top 5s.